Hoy, ¿cómo va, amigos? Welcome to Chappy's Tiki Bar. This episode, you're going to say hello to my little friend, the Cubano Sandwich. That's right, it's the Cubano episode. We have best tropical destination stories and Appies with Chappy by the lake. I'm going to make a Lucky Leroy. So we're all going to get lucky here at Chappy's Tiki Bar. With me as always is my little dog Mookie. So sit back, relax, pour yourself a drink. All right, you cockroaches, say goodnight to the bad guy.
Aloha! Welcome to Chappy's Tiki Bar. This is Mookie and I'm Chappy. This is my bar. We got a great show coming up. We're going to make a Cuban sandwich. Mookie's very excited about that, aren't you, Mooks? So I'm just looking up a little bit about a Cuban sandwich on what'scookingamerica.net. It says history of the Cuban sandwich, Cubano Sandwich. The Cuban sandwich, also known as the Cubano, is a popular meal in South Florida, where many Cubans have settled since the early 20th century. These tasty toasted Cuban sandwiches are definitely Tampa and Miami, Florida's favorite snack. These treats can be found in most restaurants in these cities, but the best places for them are on street corner snack bars called loncherias. Did I pronounce that right, Mookie? It says the most important part of a Cuban sandwich is the bread. It's not ordinary bread, but Cuban bread. Believers say true Cuban bread cannot be found outside of Tampa or Miami. Italian bread or French bread are acceptable substitutes in other parts of the country, but they are not the same. Cuban bread is noted for its split or bloom down the middle of its crust. The long crusty loaf features tender but not chewy interior. Cuban bread is best when it's eaten on the same day that it is made, as Cuban bread contains lard. After a day or so, the lard hardens and the bread gets dry. All right, so I think we're going to start off with best tropical destination stories. Now, nobody sent in any best tropical destination stories this week, but if you do want me to read one of your tropical destination stories on my show, just send them to chappinestikibar@yahoo.com. So as I said, nobody sent in any tropical destination stories, so I'm going to just do something different. So I think I'm just going to, today, just for fun, do a hotel review. I'll find one with some kind of good story. So I'm just on TripAdvisor. So here's the Econo Lodge and Suites in Spokane. It looks like it's by the airport. It's 1503 South Rustle Road Street, Spokane, Washington. So let's see here. So it has 194 reviews and 87 of them are terrible. So I'll just read some of the, each review kind of has a title. I'll go through the titles and try to find a good story. So here are some of the headings or titles for the reviews. It says 2 nights in a dumpster, stay anywhere else, lousy place all around, was robbed and mistreated at the Econo Lodge. Okay, that one looks pretty good. Okay, so this is from Chris D. And again, it's on TripAdvisor for the Econo Lodge in Spokane, Washington by the airport. Okay, so I stay at the Econo Lodge usually once a month with my wife to do cancer treatment. I checked in on July 5th, 2018. Was told right from the start I had to pay $150 cash deposit. Usually I pay $100. I also wanted 2 nights and was charged $75 for the first night and $90 for the second night. Total I paid cash including deposit was $325. I complained about the overcharge. The owner said he'd fix it, and the counter lady told me I had to wait till I checked out for partial refund. I didn't understand that. Found used propane hardware in the desk drawer, and the bathtub and shower spigot were torn off the wall, and I couldn't take a shower. When I turned the water on, everything in the bathroom got soaked. I had to use the motel towels to clean it up. Even told the night person about this and the shift the next morning. I felt I deserved a partial or full refund. I ended up feeling disrespected, and when the lady on Friday morning came to my room to inspect it, she made me go sit in the car and wouldn't let me get my personal things, and then charged me for the towels that I used to clean up their bathrooms. Wow. Oh, it gets better. The lady gave a female who she thought was my wife didn't come on the trip, my partial or whatever Friday rent and less than half of my deposit. Didn't hand anything to me and wouldn't let me talk to her, threatening to call the police. And I wish she did. And the lady who ended up with my cash took off. Wow. I am still out $150 deposit and Fridays and the overcharge amount, approximately $225 cash that I had coming back to me. I think she did this on purpose. Nobody would tell me how to contact the owner or anything. So where is my money? And from all this stress with my cancer, I'm so sick I ended up in the ER from this. What can I do? Question mark. And this, he left a phone number. So this is back in 2018, but I'm kind of interested on how this played out. First of all, did he beat the cancer? And secondly, did Econo Lodge actually rob him? You think we should give him a call, Mookie? I'm just gonna. He left his number. I'm gonna give him a call and see. All right, I'm gonna give him a call. It's ringing. Hello, is Chris there?
Chris? No, I'm glad.
Okay. I was just calling regarding Chris's stay in Spokane a couple years ago. Is there a number that I could get a hold of him at?
Chris's be in Spokane. What is that about?
Oh, he just did like a hotel review, and I'm following up with it. This is the number that he left. Is this the wrong number?
Number for a little bit over a year now, so I'm sure that, I got his old number.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry for bothering you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, I guess the tale ends there. But I'm really curious to see what happened with Chris, so... Well, it was kind of an interesting story nonetheless. So that's my best tropical destination story for this week. So we're going to make that Cuban sandwich. First, I'm going to make a drink. All right, Mookie, I think you're getting into overtime here, so I'll let you off the clock. You can go upstairs to Mama. All right. All right, I have some leftover bacon-infused vodka from my Elvis episode. Please check out my Elvis episode. So again, the bacon is gray, the vodka is cloudy, and there's little droplets of solid fat on the top of the vodka. It looks quite disgusting, but I got the idea from the Double Down. It's a renowned dive bar in Las Vegas. And they had bacon-infused vodka there, and to be quite honest, it looked exactly the same. So we're going to do a bacon-infused vodka martini. So just a little ice, my cloudy vodka. Give it a shake. And I have some dry vermouth. My brother's trick is to just spritz it. And there it is. I don't know if I should try it or not. All right. Yeah, it tastes like bacon. It really tastes like bacon. So not too bad. All right, so coming up next, I'm going to start making my Cuban sandwich. We're going to start with some slow-cooked pork. Aloha! So I'm going to do my pulled pork for my Cuban sandwich, or the Cubano. Now, the ones in Miami, they used a mojo roasted pork. I'm just going to throw a pork shoulder into the slow cooker. I'm going to slow cook it with some chicken stock and beer and a bunch of cloves of garlic. Now, if you want to do a more authentic mojo pork in Miami, Roy Choi has an excellent recipe, but it's like a 2-day process. So he brines it for like 24 hours, and then he makes a mojo marinade with orange juice, lime juice, garlic, and a ton of herbs. And he roasts it in the oven for a long, extended period of time. I looked at the recipe. It would take 2 days. Now, this recipe does look awesome, but I just don't have the time. It's actually Roy Choi consulted with Jon Favreau for the movie The Chef, and they actually made a Cubano in that movie, and it was based on Roy Choi's recipe. So it looks like an awesome recipe. I'm just going to do a one and done. So I got my slow cooker, and then I got a giant pork shoulder. I'm going to leave the fat on. It's got a bone in. The bone will add flavor. My thinking is it's pork, and it's going to be delicious anyways. So if you want it more delicious, do Roy Choi's recipe. I think it's viral on YouTube. I'm going to throw it into the slow cooker and just let it roast away for like 12 hours. Forget about it, and then I'll come and I'll have delicious, tender pulled pork, and I'll put that on my Cubano sandwich. So I'll see you in 12 hours. All right, the pulled pork's nice and tender, so I'm going to assemble my Cubano. Very excited. Say hello to my little friend. I got a nice fresh sub bun. I don't have any Cuban bread. That would be optimal. I'm just going to give it a hit of regular yellow mustard. All right, have some pickles. They're nice sandwich pickles, so they'll fit into the sub almost perfectly. Next up, I got some Swiss cheese. If the food was made out of cheese, I think I'd eat it. All right, I'm going to fold it over and get 2 pieces of double cheese. And then the star of the show is my pulled pork. Nice and juicy and tender. I even got some of the roasted garlic from the slow cooker on this particular piece of roasted pork. And then some ham. I just have some capicola. I don't think that's traditional for the Cubano, but capicola is my favorite ham. So I'll actually put that on top of the cheese. And then I got some butter. I'm going to give it a nice slathering on both sides. and put it in my skillet, and I have a nice iron sandwich press. And we'll see how that turns out.
Appies with Chappy by the lake.
Aloha and welcome to another edition of Appies with Chappy by the lake. Today I made some Cuban Tostones. So I just took plantain, I cut them into coins, fried them, I smashed them flat and refried them, and that's a Cuban Tostone. So we need a beverage to go with our appetizer. I am going to make a Lucky Leroy from Frankie's Tiki Room in Las Vegas, Nevada. Alright, so I got a tiki mug. Go a little ice. And here goes Lucky Leroy from Frankie's Tiki Room. So I'm going to start off with 1 ounce of white rum. A ½ ounce of apricot brandy. And it says a ½ ounce of Van der Hum liqueur. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Van der Hum liqueur is a South African Mandarin orange flavored liqueur, which I assume would be virtually impossible to find in Canada. So I'm going to substitute Van der Hum liqueur with Cointreau, which is an orange liqueur, and that is a ½ ounce. So a ½ ounce of Van der Hum if you have it, or any orange liqueur as a substitute. And then a ¼ ounce of Drambuie. So just a splash of that. And then it says a ½ ounce of ginger syrup. So I just made a simple syrup with fresh ginger. And then a ½ ounce of lemon juice. This is freshly squeezed this morning. And then a dash of Angostura bitters. And 2 ounces of club soda. And then it says ½ ounce of Whaler's Original Dark Rum. They're going to use that as a floater. It's a bit early in the day for a dark rum floater on the top of my drink, so I'll skip the floater today. And I have a nice garnish. Looks like we got an orange umbrella. No, we don't. Looks like we got a nice green umbrella with an orange slice. And that's a Lucky Leroy from Frankie's Tiki Room in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's going to go with my Tostones. So thanks for watching another edition of Appies with Chappy by the Lake. Do you ever feel like you're Anne Frank and you're hiding out from the Nazis, only the Nazis are a virus and you're just constantly just hiding in fear? No. What? What? No, you're a teenage girl. No, my point is this is like this channel, Chappy's Tiki Bar, is like my Anne Frank diary. So anyways, if you enjoy my teenage girl diary, please subscribe and give me a like. This is Mookie and I'm Chappy. We're saying life is hard. That's just the way it goes, but sometimes it goes the other way. See you next time on Chappy's Tiki Bar. You want to look at the camera, Mooks? Huh? Why did you have to call me a teenage girl?